All right, today we're going to do a demonstration on this brand new Admiral miter saw that Shayla got me for my birthday. Was it last year?
It was last year, so
Well,
it's not technically brand new.
it's not brand new, but it's new to me because I haven't used it. My son has probably used it more than I have.
Yep.
He's built several things with it, but there's such a big benefit. If you're any type of a DIYer or doing any type of home improvement, you'll definitely need a miter saw. This one is a 12-inch miter saw, which is, I would think, better than the 10, only because you're able to cut thicker wood with it. This Admiral miter saw does come with a 15 amp motor, so it will cut through even your 4x4 pieces of wood that are treated like this with ease. Um, it also has the ability to cut at 45-degree angles in different angles. You can see a 45-degree angle this way. We'll cut one as an example. Fail to mention that it comes with a laser light, which gives you very accurate cuts. If you need additional lighting, it has that as well. These are on sale, by the way, right now for $199 at Harbor Freight. Normal price on these are about $259. I would suggest you cut the coupon out and pick one up if you're able or you're needing one for the house. So let's make a 45-degree angle cut. If you are a first-time user of this tool, you'll see I still have the blade down. Reason for that is you don't want to cut or take a chance on cutting yourself at all, because you could lose your finger, a limb, or whatever it may be. So as the unit and the blade stop, now I'll pick it up and I have a 45-degree cut. The unit itself is always going to be in the zero starting position, just straight cuts. This one has the ability to, you can go 45-degree angles, left or right, by pushing this lever at the bottom of the handle. You can sway it to the left to get a 45-degree cut, release the lever, and it locks in place.
Okay.
If you wanted to go to the right side, same thing. Take it all the way over, release the lever, and it locks into place.
Okay.
So we're making our 45-degree angle cut. And have a perfect little door stopper.
There we go.
Now we're going to make a 45-degree angle cut using the handle itself. So what I'll do is go back to the starting position. Now this...
So to do that, all you did was move that part, right?
Yes, I just pull the lever again, and it rotates the table itself. So back at the starting position. This is a dual bevel unit. So what that means is I'm going to make a 45-degree angle cut to the right. Just step over here for a second. There's a little locking device on the back side of the unit. By flipping this down,
you do that again because it wasn't in focus.
Okay, so there's your locking mechanism for the handle. Lower it, and now you're able to take it back a beveled 45-degree to the right.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so I released that.
Okay.
Now I'm able to go in both directions. Right. You can bevel right or you can bevel left.
Okay.
Lock it back into place just by flipping
it
upward, and you're back at the starting position.
Okay. Okay. So when you flip it down, that gives you the ability to go back and forth?
Yes.
Okay.
I figured this out, that if you lock this in place, it's stationary. Now it won't move another location. So there you go. All right, ready to make a bevel cut to the right. So now you have the two different bevel types and angles that you can cut using the miter saw. So to mention, as far as the operational use of this machine, you've got a left and right on and off switch here. When you're getting ready to power up the machine to use, depending on the side that you are if you're left-handed or right-handed, depending.
Oh, that's why
So,
there's two.
right.
Okay.
So you can hit your thumb release, as you'll see here. So I'm using my right hand.
Okay.
So there is a button on both sides.
Okay.
Okay. There is a handy little catch-all bag on the back of the unit to catch some of your shavings and whatnot. A little less dust prevention. I don't know how effective this is, but we still use it. So,
and do you know, just making sure that you know,
yes,
that when you empty that, please empty it into the compost bin.
I did not know that.
It's actually because that's not treated wood, right?
This one is not.
Okay. So yeah. So anytime you're doing wood stuff, please put it in the compost. It's very
It
good.
also makes good wood filler for.
Oh, that's true too.
Now
Yeah.
let me go ahead and show that using a 4x4 piece of wood that is treated. Of course, it's a lot thicker, and it is a going to take a lot more to cut this one. Now, if you'll come over here for a second, I'll show you this. This is a bumper stop, if you will. This comes with the unit. So anyhow, this comes with it. It's basically a stopper to keep your alignment as far as what your cuts are going to be and what you're cutting, keep the board more stable. So this is a little tidbit information on that. All right, let's make a cut on this 4x4. Now, first of all, I should mention that I'm a lousy DIYer.
I was just about to say,
And
you're not wearing goggles
exactly.
or anything.
I'm not wearing goggles. I need to wear some goggles. I thought I had goggles.
I was just thinking that. I thought, you know what? The internet's going to go crazy on you.
That's okay. They'll like it. They'll
get us more comments.
Yes. Anyway, no trouble cutting through a 4x4.
Yeah, that went
post.
through like butter, basically.
Mm-hmm. Now, granted, I will say this, and I don't have one to show as an example here, but at my shop at work, there are blades that you can use for metal. So if you're doing any type of metal work and you want to put a metal blade on here to cut different rebar or some angle iron, whatnot, you can use it for that as well. I do at the shop, but this happens to be for metal. So you
can put a different blade on this that cuts metal, is what you're saying?
You sure can,
okay,
yes.
Cool.
Yes. And I will mention this, that this is the 10-inch blade for your smaller units. As I mentioned earlier, if you want to go with the 10 or 12, and if you'll look at the 12, it's a much bigger blade.
Oh, yeah.
So you're able to cut through so much more different sizes of lumber.
Okay, now earlier you said it came with the 10-inch blade.
It did. In fact,
it came with it, or you bought one?
No. Well, no, it was actually packaged in the box, and I cannot find it now, but it was the 10-inch, and yeah, I don't see it now. What happened to it?
Okay.
So I went to my shop and brought my 12 and put it on here instead.
Okay.
So
I wonder if that's standard, though.
What's that?
That it comes with the 10-inch blade.
I don't know, and that's what was weird to me, that it's a 12-inch saw but it had a 10-inch blade. Maybe it was a packing when
error.
they packaged it. Yeah, they packaged it wrong, putting the 12-inch or 10-inch blade in a 12-inch box. I don't know. One thing that you want to know about your miter saw definitely is transporting it. When you transport it, you don't want to take a chance on breaking any of the components. So I would recommend always keeping it locked in this position. And the way you do that is there's a locking pin that you push into place.
Oh, that red thing?
Yes.
Okay.
And then really that's it. It has a handle on the back of it. Makes it easier to carry. And there's also one on the top. And just guessing, this is about maybe 15 pounds, 15 to 20 pounds. Here's another cool feature that I just found out today, actually. The way this arm will slide back and forth for when you make your cuts. If you don't want it to slide back as far, or you're making smaller cuts, you can set your position that you want, lock it into place, and just go straight up and down to make your cuts.
And then, so does that help when you're transporting too, so it doesn't slide back and forth?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, it would.
Because I remember when I was using it to screen in the back patio, That was one issue when I was carrying it. It was,
Oh yeah.
It was sliding on me, and I was like, "Woo!"
Yep, that does help.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
See, as a guy, you don't know everything. No. So there again, there's your miter saw. Please like and subscribe, even if you don't like it. No, I'm just kidding. Subscribe anyway. Okay. Now next week we're going to have another saw that we're going to review. It's going to be a handheld. I'll just show.
Actually, we're going to cover all of our saws.
Yeah, we are each time, and this is my go-to saw, and I'll tell you more about this next week because it is so handy to use as long as you're not going over 4 inches. No, 4 inches thick wood. If not, you need to go to your miter saw.
But we're going to cover that next week and talk about what saw you need for certain different projects. So if you have projects you're curious about, make sure you post those questions in the comments so that we know what to cover.
Yes, you have to use the right tools for the job, no matter what it is. And there again, we'll cover that saw next week. We also have a table jigsaw we're going to cover. The handheld saws that we're going to cover as well, show you how to use those if you do not know how to use them, or if you are a first-time DIYer and you're wanting to know or have questions about these different types of tools, come to our channel. We'll try to cover them and show you how to use them.
Yep.
So go to Second Mile for someone in your life with your resources and what else? I just went to mush.
And how do we end every video?
My mind just shut down on me just real quick. Don't record anymore if you stop it. And then
Second Mile.
Go to Second Mile.
You're not even in the frame.
So go to Second Mile for someone in your life with your resources and what else? I just went to mush. Okay. Maybe you should come here with me.
Remember to, okay.
Yeah,
I
now
can
stop
do that.
it. I'm going to need some help for this next piece because my memory is like this long. Okay.
Okay.
What would I do without Shayla? Okay.
Remember to go the second mile for someone in your life and with your resources.
There we go.